I'm Dave Anderson. I represent Globe Trekker Incorporated, and we are an engineering solutions company, and we do all of the engineering so that you don't have to. So we do all the thermal brake, aluminum extrusion, we do SIP panels to make it as absolute thermally efficient as possible. And we do everything from the small stuff like this small drop-in Gladiator box. So this is made for a Jeep Gladiator, and this is the smallest one that we make. But we do all of the panels, all the extrusions, everything is pre-cut for you, so all you have to do is glue it together and assemble it. So my business partner and I assembled this in a standard residential garage in just one day. So we started at 8 a.m. We were finished by around 10 minutes to 3, and we took an hour lunch. You know, we're a union, that kind of stuff. No, I'm just kidding about that. So we slid it out on a piece of plywood, and then we were able to put the brush guards on, because with the brush guards, it just wouldn't quite come out his garage door. So we make 25 different varieties to fit 25 different trucks, from the Tacoma to the Tundra to all the way up to the F-350. So with an 8-foot bed. Those are all the drop-ins. Now, if you go above the F-350, then that's when we go into the Expedition class. So this would be the lightweight Overland. Then we get into the larger Expedition class. This one has an R17 panel. I have a little section right here. So this is polyisosanurate. This foam is the closed cell. It is structural, so you can't squish it. It's not squishy foam like XPS or EPS or PUR. It also is the highest fire retardancy on the market. It's the best foam that you can get. And then we also know that you shouldn't laminate a hard or brittle surface to a soft surface. So we have what's called Asdel, which is a recycled polypropylene, as a backer for the FRP. And that is attached to the foam, and then another layer of Asdel on the inside attached to gel coat FRP. And this really helps hold everything together. There are some panel manufacturers that you can only do it in white, because if there's a different color here, the temperature ranges, what it'll do is start to delaminate. We know that's a problem, so we solved that problem by having a sub-laminate underneath our laminate. So it goes hard to medium to soft to medium to hard. And that is like one of the secrets of our recipe. So this being a true SIPS panel, it's very strong and fairly lightweight still. So that is what this is made of. This is a 19-foot cab over with a Super King overhang. We make these in 15-foot, 17, 19, and 21 foot. So all the way up to would fit like a F-750, really large. We also make departure angle habitats and rectangle habitats up to 25 feet long. So monstrous things on very monstrous rigs. We have an integrated 80-20 rail that acts as a rain gutter, that acts as points where you can attach your corner caps, you can attach brush guards, you can attach awnings, whatever that you want to. It makes it very simple to make it yours, to integrate however you want to do your design. One of the best things about the extrusion, number one, it is anodized to the AAMA standard, which is what you would see in skyscrapers. We have a thermal brake. The thermal brake decreases the amount of thermal transfer from the hot to the cold, or cold to the hot, or from the outside to the inside. So you don't have the problems with condensation that you normally would if you did not have a thermal brake. It has integrated pockets here so that you can attach your your awnings, all your kind of items to. It has a wire chase. You can see that it has these glue pockets. These glue pockets are specifically designed because we actually called Sikaflex. Sikaflex is what we use. And they said Sikaflex 552 is the strongest if it is this thickness. So we designed this specifically for that thickness. So when you put a panel into this, you have, so you put a bead of caulk here, and when this panel goes in, you have 1, 2, and there's a little glue pocket right here for any excess, 3, 4, 5, 6 seals to seal this environment. And then you do a finish caulking on the outside, finish caulking on the insides for a total of 8 seals. So the odds of this leaking are extremely low. If you can get water past 8 seals, well, you probably did something wrong when you're doing your caulking. So it makes it for a very robust, very thermal efficient, and waterproof environment. Now that doesn't mean that you have to not worry about condensation, because condensation happens when the dew point reaches the same temperature of the surface. When that happens, within 2 degrees, water starts to accumulate on it. So in order to stop that from happening, you have to have some fans to kind of help circulate the air, because stagnant air is what really creates that dew point and allows that water droplet to form, where if you just increase the temperature or increase the airflow, you're going to help eliminate it. But you have a sealed environment from the weather on the outside, but you're also sealing the environment for the weather on the inside. So when you're breathing, when you're cooking lasagna or stuff like that, you're putting a lot of moisture in the air, and you have to do something to get rid of it. So you have to vent. So even with all of this composite materials, with the thermal break and the thermal efficient stuff, you still have to vent. And anybody that's an overlander that has their weight in salt, is a salty overlander, let's just put it that way, that's been around, knows that they have to do that. So even with the smaller extrusions that we do for the 1.5 inch lightweight overland, we also do have the thermal break as well. It is very advantageous for any 3D printed item. So you can make little towel hooks, and they go right into the 8020. 8020.net probably has, I don't know, 5,000-6,000 different pieces that can fit into these slots. So it really makes it highly customizable to how you want it to be. Not to how I want it to be, but how you want it to be. What it would be really cool, and I would love to see this, is if somebody would put string LED lights inside those extrusions, and then they also make this really cool, a plastic cap that's clear. They also make it in a whole bunch of different colors. But you put that plastic cap in there, and then you really can't see it until you turn the lights on. And at nighttime, you have like this really cool disco ball kind of thing. It's really kind of a party thing. I would love to see that someday. Somebody will do it if it's not going to be me. You can find us on the website www.rvglobetrekker.com. We also have a really cool YouTube page, RV Globe Trekker. Check us out with probably 60 videos. And it really shows, because we're DIY, it shows how to build these in series. So, and there's also some educational videos in there too. Stuff like thermal break and insulation and all kinds of things to really kind of help you decide what you need to have as an overlander, including what a zero torsion subframe is, how it works, what kind of pivots that you want in what direction, the considerations for those things. It really has a lot of information. So if you're looking for a good resource to get knowledge, go to RV Globe Trekker on YouTube and you'll find that information.